Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Monsters in video. So today I'm back with another account review for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and review your accounts in today's episode. If you guys are excited, if you are, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. If you guys want to have a chance to have your account reviewed in a future episode, all you have to do is comment down below your profile and also your team name. And then if you want to add any comments to that, go ahead and do so. So for example, for me it would be Monster Gaming, and right below it or next to it I'll have like Team Skyline, and then you can leave any other comments that you want. So guys, if you haven't joined my Discord already, you can also join the Discord and comment down below your team name and profile on the MG account review channel. So make sure to just post it in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and review it from there as well. So you have two ways of basically entering as well. Anyways, first player we have here is Gran Turismo. Autismo. I think it's supposed to be Gran Turismo. I don't know. Anyways, from Always Gaming, it's actually a colleague. Let's see what we have here. So 31k MP at level 83. So you've been keeping your MP down, but your level's pretty high, I've gotta say. Let's take a look at your defense and attack team. So you're actually using this new bookkeeper yacht monster, and honestly I have no idea how good this monster is. I haven't reviewed or done analysis. Apparently it applies space time and heals allies, so it's apparently a supporter, yet also mixed with like total blind and some denial abilities apparently. Attack team, you're using basically two attackers, JJ and obviously Everest. Now these two together I wouldn't really recommend. I feel like you could always switch it up and do something different. You can keep your JJ if you want, or you can actually swap him out for your defense. You don't want to use this monster, you want to get rid of him. Also, I'm not really going to give my input on this monster much, but just judging by the traits and also the skills that we have here, I feel like you could do better. Let's take a look at what we have here. So you have the Dark Cameraman, and this is the attacker version. I wouldn't really suggest using that monster unless you have maybe the original Darman. You could use as a supporter. You can actually start using Ion V2. What I would suggest doing is actually swapping out the runes, like literally unlock the last one and then swap these runes with like team speed or speed, and then just make sure the monster is fast enough so that you can actually pair it up with Just and Justice or a different attacker. Some of the other monsters I would recommend kind of like investing in would be Prismatic Pandatone, and I would say that's pretty much it. So like I said, the Ancestrals, the only one obviously that are like worth investing in are these three at the moment. Once you're done with these three, then you can focus on this one or the other magic and Spader, the Ancestral obviously. Now these ones I'm not really a huge fan honestly, unless maybe Queen Thalassa for like Bounty Hunt or obviously Colosseum. But let's take a look at your island actually. And speaking of Colosseum, let me know if you guys want to see another episode on that. I haven't actually posted one in a while. But anyways, let's see what you're doing. Okay, so your main island looks pretty clean and somewhat organized, so I will give you credits for that. You're doing or you're in a good whatchamacallit route. Okay, so I assume soon you'll actually boost place some boosts. Obviously what you can do is, instead of placing them in there, unless these guys are actually receiving the same amount as these two, then you can keep it there. But if they're not, you can probably squeeze them right here instead, so it's like in the middle. That way everybody gets it, you know what I mean, and they all get the same percentage. So I assume you're going to be keeping, so you have metal monsters here, but then you have earth and mixed with water. So are you going to split this into 3 elements, or what's going on? The amount of monsters you have, I feel like you could actually split the main island into like 2, maybe 4 max honestly. And then yeah, this island you can keep it the way it is, but eventually you want to obviously get rid of these guys and place them in your monster vault. You don't want to sell them because you might need them for breeding events, but you can actually eventually like move them over to your vault and then have whatchamacallit, a bunch of mythic habitats instead. And then if you want to move these over here with some like temples, like maybe 2 temples max or something, you can do that. So for example, if you want to get rid of these temples, it would be this island right here. Like I always tell you guys, these little island, the mini islands, you want to take advantage of them and actually place in your you know, either the monster vault or any of the other islands or temples that you don't like, you're not using, you know. For example, this one right here, you want to move that there. Now these two, you can keep it here, but eventually what I would suggest, I mean, you don't have to, but I personally like mine either in this island or right here. So for example, you have your hatchery here already, why not move the breedings in there as well, so it's easier. So whenever you take your breeding, boom, it just goes in straight away, instead of, for example, you have to scroll all the way here, take the breeding, it takes you back all the way over here, and then you have to scroll back and then try repeating the breeding. So it's just a hassle. I feel like it could save you time, and you know, it'll be less annoying, I feel like. Also with your food, the food farms, you can keep it here if you want, or I feel like the best island would be either this one right here to keep it in, or this one right here to keep all your food farms. Those two islands, in my opinion, are the best ones to place your food farms and keep them there. When it comes down to gold boost, I believe you did say, so besides your defense and attack team, which I actually give some info on, you actually mentioned for your gold and food production. So gold and food, I've made tons of videos, but in case you didn't watch them, or you don't have time to watch them, basically what I would suggest is that when it comes down to gold, you want to basically do mythic farming, especially. So you can keep the other elements or habitats here, but I want you to expand more. Like I need you to, you see your main island, you're having like almost all mythics. I need you to do the same exact thing on this island, this one, and basically all of them. Obviously it's going to take some time, but I know you could do it. Once you do that, every single one of those islands will make you so much gold, so that there's like your way of getting gold. Once you're done with that, obviously get them to level 4 as well if you can. Once you get all the gold, to get the food, literally you trade in the gold to get food. All you have to do is, what I need you to do, actually, if you have a bunch of gold laying around, you can actually activate this multiple times so you can get it to 3 stars. Once you get the 3 stars and you're ready, just wait on it, and then your food farm, I need you to get these to like at least level 3. So if you get this to level 3, I would highly recommend doing it, and then you basically grow the food that gives you a bunch, and it's only like 1 hour, I believe it costs. It's like 1 hour that costs like a decent amount of gold. I need you to grow every single one of those farms with that and have that active as well, because that'll double your food. And if you purchase the golden legends pass, I'm not sure if you do, but if you do purchase the golden legends pass, that will even triple your food. Next player apparently is Master from whoops, I didn't mean to, did I? What the heck, that was so fast. I didn't even mean to do that. Look, I literally just did that, like it was so quick, like this. That's literally how quick it was. Man, did you guys just see that? Whoa, I almost left the team. But anyways, let me see if I could actually find Master, unless he moved. All right, so Master right here, guys. This player is also in the line for me to review his account. So Master V20 from Team Spirit 2015. Let's see what you got. Obviously, this would be considered a top player, obviously. So let's see what we have here for attack team. He's actually using the Elvira Demon Slayer mixed with Everest and Ural. Okay, obviously the runes aren't correct, so I won't judge it based off runes, but together, like as a team, it's not a bad setup, I would say. I could see players actually running something like this. I would say it actually works better with JJ, but obviously he's using JJ on defense team with the whatchamacallit, the magic ancestral, and then obviously on V2, which is actually a pretty good monster. But I feel like in my personal opinion, this, I know everybody has their opinions, but I feel like Albanasa would be a better pair up with Just and Justice, because her AoE or his AoE damage boost will actually trigger the Divine Justice straight away, and he can actually gain control of the battle straight away. But again, that's just my opinion. I personally like using Albanasa together with JJ, but that works too. Let's take a look at your PvP. So previous tournament, you actually ended top 51. Oh, that's actually your best tournament as well. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at your best monsters here. So obviously you have, wow, you have every single one of the ancestrals maxed out. I don't think I'm missing any of them. You even have the newest one maxed out. That is crazy. This right here, oh my gosh, I don't even want to know how much you invested, but wow, that is crazy. Good for you, man. Let's see what else we have here. So you have the Pugness monster. Wasn't this part of the, what should I call it, the bounty hunt, right? It was like a bounty hunt exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. But you have that monster maxed out. Or actually almost maxed out. None of these monsters really over here are really worth maxing out. Maybe Super Fume would be a good pair up with like JJ, and that's about it. But other than that, like maybe Saturus, and this is the newest monster, right? Part of the new Bounty on exclusive. Triple damage against monsters in the Celestial book. Oh, interesting. Alright, well, obviously not the right skills, I assume, right? Because if those are the right skills, then that monster's bad. So the monsters are actually loading in the island, but so far what I see, this is actually pretty good. Except your food farm. I mean, that's the only issue I really have. I feel like the food farm is all over the place. So we have one here, 4 right here, there's one right there. I feel like it's kind of all over the place, but I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, you know what I mean? If you're like maximizing your gold, maybe that's like a strategy that you're using, that's like the best way to kind of maximize your gold, then I understand, you know what I mean? You could keep it the way it is. I personally really like using this island, and you can tell there's actually some space here that you can actually put some more food farms. But I mean, if you like it the way you like it, then keep it. These are just random elements I see, but I'm sure you have most of your monsters, like everything together. Like most of your monsters are definitely together, right? Like we have our dark monsters, right? A bunch of dark, including dark Voltic and all, and then there's some magic monsters here. So we have the magic boost, magic and dark together. I feel like that those two elements actually go well together, so I'd keep them together. Yeah, you know, that's fine. The water monsters are all here, but having 4 boosts together, because I know for a fact those aren't your only water monsters. There's no way. I'm pretty sure you have more water monsters than that, right? There's no way. What? Are you kidding me? Is that really it? Oh wow, for like a level 150, I was actually expecting a lot more water monsters. What the heck? I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, keep them there. I assume you've got to have some monsters in the vault for sure, right? Some mythics for sure. Unless you don't have the original water mythics, I'm not sure. But they didn't really release too many water mythics in the original mythic era anyways. Like, okay, let me see. Yeah, this is actually a good amount, I would say. Do you guys think all these monsters are in that island? I don't know. I mean, maybe some of them are definitely in the vault, but we can't look at the vault, obviously. It doesn't let us. Level 14 rune, that's actually pretty good for you. And I assume these 3 are all maxed out for sure. Obviously you are kind of using the little spaces that's provided to you, so that's good. Yeah, keep using those little islands for like whatchamacallit, either the monster vault or even the ancestral habitats are okay with that. You know what I mean? It's okay to keep them in there, or like leave it near your elements. So for example, magic monsters, if you have some space, you could probably tuck that in there, but I don't think you actually do. Actually, you can squeeze it in here. Instead of this food farm, you could probably put the food farm right in here and put that this ancestral habitat in there, I would say. And then you can keep some temples here, I would say. That's just a suggestion, obviously. But yeah, for the most part, looking pretty good. Next play that we have got a pretty interesting name for sure, Convicted, and it looks pretty cool. So anyways, he's from Sleepy Grinders. He's the lead. Level 82 with 16 KMP. Wow. You've got to chill out on your level for sure. Yeah, so your level, you don't want to level up too much. That way, the challenges don't get difficult for you as well. And also events. But anyways, so let's see what we have here. Let's see what you're playing around with. So your attack, by the way, before I actually get into this, he went ahead and left a comment and said, I need help with defense team and attack team. I'm working on mythic habitats at the moment. All right, I got you. So your attack team and defense team, but obviously I'm going to do a overall review, but let's see what we have here. So we have Everest 2 Obscure at level basically 120 rank 2. You know what I mean? The monster is new. He's pretty cool. Definitely worth using, obviously. Especially if you're using monsters like these, for example, it's like Talika and these ones. So first of all, if I had to remove your defense team, I would actually do it. These 3 monsters, you want to get rid of all 3. Actually, these 2, you get rid of them. This one can probably stay, and then these 2 you want to remove as well and keep Obscure. Let's see what you actually have here that we can probably use and that you can actually set up on your defense and attack team. So if I were you, I would probably, definitely, I would use Jagar. Jagar with his Pierce ability, he's actually not bad. If you, yeah, there it is, the Pierce ability. And then he actually has 2 Pierce skills. That monster actually goes well with Slumster and Algata. If you have those 2 monsters together, you can probably set them up for your attack team or defense team. They're actually not bad. They can definitely carry you to close to Legendary League or so. So if you want to use those 3 together and you want to like invest in them, you can do that if you have those 3 guys. I would actually use this guy though. He's actually not bad with the torches and everything. If you want, he's definitely a better option in my personal opinion. He's definitely a better option than Panion for your defense team. Alborg on the other hand, So I'm trying to see if you actually have a tank here. What I would do, I'd actually continue using this Congress monster. I think that's his name, right? Congress. You could continue using that one. Nothing else really interests me in here, to be honest. I'm trying to see if anything else really like catches my eye, and honestly, it doesn't. You can continue using Talika as your supporter, like damage booster. That's for sure. You know what? I would actually use Weird Ika. Yeah, I know it's weird, right? Weird Ika, like this monster actually has some really good skills. We have triple damage that removes all negative side effects and applies triple damage with stamina regen. There's vulnerability abilities as well, and there's also like whatchamacallit. So apparently there's magic council hitter with stamina regen. That's something. But there's PER skills a bit, as well, and the monster is also part of Doomed, so you can actually use some of the Doom talents as well. So in my opinion, I think you should use her in either your defense or attack team. Actually, use her with Avarice. Put them together and put Congress as well. Trust me. So Congress will be your tank, right? So you have your tank, then you have Weird Ika instead of this monster. You want to get rid of him. You don't want to use him. You want to use Weird Ika instead, and just make Weird Ika slightly faster than Avarice, so you could actually apply the triple damage, and he takes advantage of that and basically wins the battle for you. Because I assume what the play is here already is that you basically just turn transfer over to your attacker and that's it. But then again, there's always going to be anticipation, and anticipation is definitely going to counter your setup, so you got to be careful with that. With your defense team, you can use Talika, and then instead of these two monsters, like I said, you could either use Heister, whatever his name is. If not, Jagar. Jagar won't be a bad idea. You could actually run the two together. And then what I would suggest is try to see if you could actually work on a decent tank. Try to see if you could actually obtain one, because that'll definitely help you out a lot. Let's see if you have any monsters laying around here in your island. I don't see anybody. What we can do actually is do filter through like mythics here and see what you actually have. So these are all your mythics that you have. And yeah, there aren't too many tanks that you have. So, I mean, what I would suggest doing is just work on obtaining more mythic monsters and try to see if you can actually get yourself a tank monster. Because I know with Gorilla, this hard Gorilla monster, his like tanking ability is not really the best. So I wouldn't really suggest using him. With your defense team, I would say, like I said, it would be Talika with Jagar, and then you can throw in another monster on there on the side. It's really up to you, whichever one you want for now. But like I said, eventually, you know what I mean? You want to get yourself another tank. That's even better. Now, right now, your main island is actually kind of all over the place, I see. Except maybe these two monsters with the magic elements. Maybe this one too, 3 magic monsters. But then we have Earth and Thunder. We have more Earth monsters. Magic. So again, keep your magics together. What you can actually do is split it into 4 like this. So literally just do a plus sign in your island. That's the way I like to look at it. So you see how this island is sort of like a square? Right, like this is a square. What you want to do is literally just do a cross like this, like a plus sign, and then one side would be magic monsters, one side would be you know, fire monsters, and whatever the other 2 elements are going to be. And you want to invest in gold boosts. Gold boosts are the best way to help your monsters make a lot of gold. So these islands can stay, or these monsters can stay on this island for now, but you have these 2 unlocked, and that's actually pretty good so far. You don't have to really worry about this until later on for Team Wars, or for example PvP. If you really want to take PvP and Team Wars seriously, I wouldn't really worry about this for now. But until then, yeah, don't really worry about it. These 2, on the other hand, I'm glad you actually have them unlocked. What you could do actually is start working on both of them and maxing it out. You know what I mean? You can keep this here, but obviously eventually I'd organize it. And yeah, you basically have all these other monsters just laying around. And you know what? At least your food farms are all together, so I like that. And then obviously get your monster lab fully maxed out, so you don't have to worry about ranking, extracting, or anything like that being locked. And last but not least, your runes. You want to work on your runes. You want to get this to at least level 10, okay? Because all of that will cost you gold and not gems. And then after that, obviously, it's going to cost you either gold or gems, obviously. So for now, try to get it to level 9 or 10 for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it with this player's island. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Again, if you want to leave a comment down below right now in this video, you know, with your team name and profile, and if you have any comments with that, just go ahead and attach it, or join my Discord, link in the description down below, and head over to the MG account review channel. That's where you can post a picture of your profile. And if you want to leave any comments with that, go ahead and do so, and I'll most likely feature it in a future episode. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.